Running a U.S. aircraft carrier is no small feat. These massive, high-tech ships serve as mobile military bases that can project American power around the world, all while operating in some of the most demanding environments imaginable. With their ability to launch and recover aircraft, provide air support, conduct surveillance, and even serve as a command center for military operations. Aircraft carriers are the centerpiece of the U.S. Navy's power projection strategy. But how exactly do you run one of these floating fortresses? What goes into the day-to-day operations of these colossal ships? And how do the thousands of sailors, aviators, and officers aboard keep everything running smoothly? In this exploration, we'll dive deep into the inner workings of a U.S. aircraft carrier, explaining everything from the roles and responsibilities of the crew to the high-tech systems that keep the ship operational. It's a logistical marvel and a powerful testament to the capabilities of modern naval warfare. To start, it's important to understand just how complex a U.S. aircraft carrier really is. These ships can be over 1,000 feet long, with flight decks the size of several football fields. A typical aircraft carrier, such as the USS Nimitz or the USS Gerald R. Ford, can carry over 70 aircraft, including fighter jets, bombers, helicopters, and unmanned aerial vehicles. They also house a crew of approximately 5,000 people, including sailors, aviators, officers, and support personnel. Managing this floating city requires an extraordinary level of coordination, planning, and expertise. The first area that stands out in the operation of a U.S. aircraft carrier is the flight deck, which serves as the nerve center of the ship's operations. The flight deck is where all the action happens, with fighter jets taking off, landing, and being serviced by crew members. Operating an aircraft carrier's flight deck is a complex and highly synchronized task. The crew members on the deck wear color-coded uniforms that designate their specific duties: yellow for aircraft directors, blue for plane handlers, red for ordnance personnel, green for maintenance crews, and white for safety officers. It's a high-pressure environment, and everything must happen on time and with precision. A catapult system, either steam-powered or electromagnetic, is used to launch the aircraft off the carrier. Aircraft sit on the catapult, and in a split second, they are accelerated to takeoff speed, sending them soaring into the sky. For recovery, the aircraft land on the flight deck using an arresting gear system, which is a series of cables stretched across the deck that the plane catches with its tailhook. The speed and precision with which these launches and recoveries happen are critical, and everything is done in a highly coordinated manner to ensure safety and efficiency. The operations of the flight deck are overseen by the flight control officers and the air operations crew, who are responsible for ensuring the smooth functioning of the air wing. This team monitors the status of all aircraft, makes decisions on which planes should be launched or recovered, and ensures that the flight deck remains clear of any obstacles. The speed and pace of operations are relentless, with planes launching and landing at a rate that can sometimes exceed one every minute. Once the aircraft are airborne, the air wing takes over. This is the term used to describe the group of aircraft that operate from the carrier, including the fighter jets, bombers, surveillance planes, and helicopters. The air wing's primary role is to ensure air superiority, provide close air support to ground forces, and conduct reconnaissance missions. The FAK-18 Super Hornet is one of the primary aircraft in the air wing, capable of both air-to-air and air-to-ground missions. The E-2C Hawkeye, a radar aircraft, provides critical surveillance and early warning capabilities, while the P-8 Poseidon is used for anti-submarine warfare. Each aircraft in the air wing is supported by its own dedicated maintenance crew, who work tirelessly to keep the planes in top condition. Aircraft maintenance is a round-the-clock job, and every member of the air wing plays a critical role in ensuring the readiness of the planes. There's an entire maintenance department dedicated to inspecting, repairing, and servicing the aircraft, from routine checks to more extensive repairs. The maintenance process is essential for keeping the aircraft operational, especially when the carrier is deployed for extended periods of time and access to external support is limited. Inside the carrier, in the heart of the ship, the Combat Information Center, CIC, plays a critical role in running the ship's operations. This is where the ship's officers monitor and control the ship's defensive and offensive capabilities. The CC houses state-of-the-art radar systems, sonar systems, communication networks, and weapons control systems, all of which are integrated into a cohesive operational picture. The CC is essentially the brain of the carrier, where all decisions about the ship's movements, defense, and offensive operations are made. The weapons department is responsible for managing the ship's array of defensive and offensive weapons. The ship is equipped with a variety of systems, including missile defense systems like the RIM-116 rolling airframe missile ram and Phalanx Close in weapon system SUS. The Phalanx is a rapid-fire Gatling gun used to intercept incoming missiles and aircraft, and the RAM system is designed to protect the ship from incoming missiles and other aerial threats. These weapons are controlled from the CIC, where officers can track incoming threats and launch countermeasures in real time. On top of these primary defense systems, aircraft carriers are also equipped with anti-submarine warfare capabilities. MH-60R Seahawk helicopters are used to hunt down enemy submarines with sophisticated sonar and torpedo systems. The combination of aircraft, sonar systems, and specialized helicopters gives the carrier the ability to control not just the air, but the seas around it as well. The operations on board the ship are incredibly demanding, and ensuring that everything runs smoothly requires constant vigilance and coordination. Logistics plays an essential role in making sure the carrier has everything it needs for long deployments. Food, fuel, spare parts, ammunition, and medical supplies all need to be carefully managed. On a typical deployment, an aircraft carrier can be at sea for months at a time, and the crew has to be able to operate independently. The supply department on the carrier ensures that the ship has everything it needs to stay operational and ready for combat at all times. The medical department on board is also crucial, providing health care to the crew and performing surgeries if necessary. Aboard an aircraft carrier, health and wellness are just as important as mission readiness, and ensuring the well-being of thousands of crew members is a massive undertaking. Life aboard a U.S. aircraft carrier is not just about operating advanced technologies. It's about working together in the face of constant pressure and high stakes. The crew members of the aircraft carrier live in tight quarters with little personal space. Aboard these floating cities, sailors work together as a team, often enduring long shifts, harsh conditions, and separation from their families. Yet, despite the physical and mental challenges, there is an undeniable sense of camaraderie and pride. Everyone aboard knows the importance of their mission, and this shared sense of purpose fuels their dedication. In conclusion, running a U.S. aircraft carrier is a monumental task that involves the seamless integration of technology, teamwork, and logistics. These ships are not just military platforms, they are entire cities at sea, with advanced systems that allow them to perform a variety of missions. Whether it's launching airstrikes, providing air superiority, conducting anti-submarine warfare, or projecting force around the world, the aircraft carrier remains the most powerful symbol of U.S. naval dominance. The work done on board by thousands of sailors, aviators, and officers is what ensures that these floating fortresses remain ready for whatever challenges lie ahead, ensuring that the U.S. Navy remains a dominant force on the global stage.